To be a champion, you must have a distinct edge over the opposition. We're not talking an edge in speed, in strength, or even in skill. No, we're talking about an edge in will, in heart, and in desire. Wheaton Warrenville South has been a champion before and may just have enough of those three crucial ingredients to be one again this year. Today, the Tigers face #1 Naperville Central, and with the spirit of former Tiger greats with them, they will battle their conference foes to the very end in hopes of winning the state crown. The Tigers and Redhawks clash on 6A Championship Game Day.
It was a perfect day for football. The sun peeking out every so often, temperatures in the 40s. Both these teams have come a long way since the 100-degree heat in August, as well as a good understanding of one another, being that they played earlier in the year. Naperville Central earning the victory on the road on Red Grange Field 21-16. It was also a very emotional setting. The Redhawks coming so close in years past. Wheaton Warrenville South performing in front of former Tiger standout Ron Grego up in the press box, attending his first game since falling ill last spring. The story well documented. The moment one Jones Spacelink will never forget.
Scored by Don Harris. Scott Kavanaugh. Naperville. 5-9. How you doing, Todd? William Court by Garrett McInerney.
Good luck, gentlemen.
Andy Lee. North South.
Win the toss, you may kick, receive, you spend the ball, you may defer your choice in the second half. You like to defer. Players will win the toss and will defer.
Defensive back.
You'll receive. That's why you want to defer.
How are you, sports fans? Joe Snyder standing alongside my main man, Matt Dozen, here at Illinois State University for our Class 6A Championship Game Day show. And I'll tell you what, this is certainly the pinnacle of high school sports. You have 11-2 Wheaton Warrenville South taking on 13-0 Naperville Central. What an outstanding offensive and defensive dogfight.
Well, Joe, how apropos is this ball game? Two teams we have covered all season long. Naperville Central has had that #1 ranking on their shoulders all season long. They have stood up to the pressure. They've beaten everybody in their path. They have been destined to play in this ball game since the beginning of the season. And what could you say about Wheaton Warrenville South? John Thorne and his coaching staff have done a tremendous job with these banged-up Tigers all season long. They have lost key members of their offense all season, filled in with guys coming off JV. A guy like Kelly Crosby, who didn't start the season on the varsity, has rushed for over 600 yards the past half of the season. And now they're without Bill Gerlesitz, who is out with a torn ACL. He won't play in this game, so just one more obstacle Wheaton Warrenville South has to overcome.
Matt, you mentioned the pressure on Joe Bungie, the #1 ranking, boy, since all the way in July. And now, here Wheaton Warrenville South, they come back here. They're familiar here with this field, this turf. They've been practicing at NIU all week. It should be an outstanding game. We are going to send it to game time right now and take action in the first quarter. Since Wheaton Warrenville South started the playoffs, they've gone back to the basics, which meant running the football. And on this opening drive, they seem determined to continue that pattern. On 10 plays, 8 constituted calls to the ground. However, after moving 49 yards to the Redhawks 39, Naperville Central held. It was time for Joe Bungie's team to strut their stuff for the first time. Tim Lavery, quarterback. Jim Tumulty, halfback. Jason Scherer, wide receiver. A powerful heavyweight offense for sure. NC would eventually make their way to the Tigers' 33 when Lavery, in that smooth delivery of his, hit Share for a gain of 15, bringing the ball down to the Tigers' 18. 4 plays later, Lavery strikes big. The unheralded one, fullback Corey Stevens got the nod, and Naperville Central jumped out to the early lead. Jeff Gronenboom's PAT was good. Both the Tigers and the Red Hawks enjoyed time-consuming drives. Wheaton Warrenville South down at the end of one, 7-0. Now the Tigers had a chance on a 3rd and 11 play. Baruka could not hook up with St. Meyer on the sideline, forcing the Tigers to punt it. Now the Red Hawks, they drove the ball all the way down the field on Wheaton Warrenville South. Some big plays from Lavery to Tumulty on the pass, and also some big plays from Lavery on the run. 7-0 Red Hawks. Let's go into the second quarter. Folks, electricity hit quick. Tim Baruka, 61 yards up the gut and down the sideline. Jeff Milam hits the point after, and just like that, the game was tied at 7. Naperville Central started their second possession of the game in great shape, the Wheaton 43. Jim Tumulty, however, had a tough time finding some holes. Devin Finn and the rest of the D-line getting penetration behind the line of scrimmage. Then, on a 3rd and 6 situation, at the Wheaton 16, Lavery scrambles to the 7. But a holding call on the Red Hawks brought it back to the Naperville Central 34, forcing Troy Munson to punt. A shank for 5 yards gave the ball to Wheaton on their own 30 with 8:15 remaining in the half. They would go 3 and out, handing it over to Naperville. This time, the D-line coming up even bigger. Four plays later, after the Eugene Beard pick, Jordan gets to work, man. Workman's score and Milam's PAT put the Tigers up 14-7. Now, Naperville would have a chance to close the gap before the half. But big Devin Finn made like a shark in the pocket, sacking Lavery for an 11-yard loss. Wheaton would then run out the rest of the clock in the first half.
Well, after playing their most inspired first half of football this season, Wheaton Warrenville South has proved to Naperville Central, or maybe more importantly, they have proved to themselves that they are worthy of being on this championship field with the #1 team in the state. We're going to take a short timeout. When we come back, the second half. Stay tuned. Play offense of Naperville Central. Wheaton Warrenville South has made some big plays of their own. A long touchdown run by Tim Brilka to tie up the score. Then the big turnover to deflection by Devin Finn, the pick, and then the touchdown by Jordan Workman. And Wheaton Warrenville South in good shape heading into quarter number 3. After being held in check since their opening drive, Naperville Central's offense came out of the second half gate determined to show everyone watching that this is the most potent offense in the state. Lavery went to the air 5 times during this 8-play drive, and with a 15-yard illegal participation penalty sandwiched between a 21-yard completion to Ty Gropek and a 15-yard pass to Stevens, the Redhawks had first and goal at the 5. Tumulty's touchdown kept an 8-play, 66-yard drive in 3 minutes and 20 seconds. But instead of settling for a tie, Central head coach Joe Bungie elected to go for 2, starting a trend that would eventually determine the outcome of this game. Lavery's pass to wide-open Kevin Cade gave the Redhawks their second lead of the game. It seemed as though the Redhawks were ready to take over the game when the defense stopped Wheaton Warrenville South on 3 downs and forced a Tiger punt. Central took over in great shape at their own 34, and back-to-back carries by Tumulty moved the ball down to Wheaton's 33. But then the Tiger D stiffened. Beard's sack forced the Redhawks to punt, and great special teams work coupled with a questionable call pinned Wheaton Warrenville South back on their own 1. Head coach John Thorne elected to play it safe, a move that would eventually pay off. Rocky O'Shea's fumble and Dwayne Zimmerman's recovery would be just one of many big plays the Tigers would capitalize on. Three quarters, Wheaton Warrenville South opened up the offense in the 4th. The hard-fought 17-yard reception by Mike Brumfield was one of 4 passes Brilka threw on this drive. And after a 15-yard face mask penalty on Central, Workman plowed 7 tough yards down to Naperville's 20, setting up the biggest pass completion of them all.
Got him.
Joe St. Meyer, who had such a great start to the season before a stress fracture in his foot slowed him down, put the Tigers up by 5 with the important 2-point conversion coming up. I guess it shouldn't have surprised anyone that Thorne elected to run in the conversion. The Tigers have gotten to this point because of their defense and their proficient running attack. A holding penalty on the ensuing kickoff negated a nice Jason Scher kickoff return. So with the Redhawks backed up on their own 19, Lavery takes to the air and is nearly picked off by Kevin Beck. Then more Tiger D. Central doesn't fool Devin Finn one bit on the reverse. Then on third down, Tim Rimbos with the big hit on Lavery. A 33-yard punt by Monson gives Wheaton Warrenville South terrific field position at the Redhawks 33. But defense wins championships, and the Redhawk D plays like one on this drive. By stopping the Tigers on downs, Naperville Central has given themselves a shot at winning the state championship. All-state running back Jim Tumulty gains 15 on first down. Then it's Stevens out of the backfield for 10. Then Tumulty again for 12. And all of a sudden, the Redhawks are in striking distance. Then it looks like Tumulty has Central inside the 10, but hold on. A holding penalty moves the Redhawks back to the 26. First and second down proved fruitless for Central, but on third down, the Redhawk coaching staff calls the perfect play. Lavery's pass to Grotbeck capped an 11-play, 71-yard drive in 4 minutes and 12 seconds. And the Redhawks were within 1 point of tying the game. In a decision that will be second-guessed by many, head coach Joe Bungie elected to go for the win. Naperville Central was able to put away 13 previous opponents this year, but not today. Bungie's gutsy call was denied by Tommy Schweigart, and now all Wheaton Warrenville South had to do was run out the remaining 2:13. Kelly Crosby, who had done such a splendid job since coming up from the junior varsity, picked up 10 yards on first down. The Redhawks sidelines were stunned. After a 30-yard Trilka run moved the ball down to the Naperville 10, all the little magician had to do was kneel down. Can you believe it? The heavily favored Redhawks have fallen to the Cinderella Tigers. A year that contained so much agony, suffering, and tears ends in jubilation for the 6A champions from Wheaton, Warrenville South. Last play, you made a great play to knock away the two-point conversion.
We saw Tumblety get the pitch there, you know. We've been working on that play a lot. With the dump off into the end zone with the back door up there, you know. Luckily I stayed in my zone, didn't come up, and I was there to make the play.
The defense really took Tumblety out of his game today. Was that the plan going in? Make sure he doesn't beat you?
Yeah, well, you know, we thought they could stop me because, you know, Coach Millich, we go on one person, you know. I mean, pretty much, you know, the turf was kind of bad for him, you know. So that was a little on our advantage as me. But, you know, Coach Millich really prepared us, you know, to stop one person. I mean, you know, one person can't beat a whole team, you know.
This coaching staff, without a doubt, has to be the best in the state.
Oh, yeah, you can put, like, you know, average players, I mean, they'll be okay, but, you know, I mean, they're the best. They're the best easily. Top.
All right, Tommy. Congratulations. Quarterback Tim Brelka, it's been a storybook ending to just a dream season for the Tigers.
Oh, yeah, I mean, didn't look out during the season. It didn't look like we were going to be much like everybody predicted us in the paper. You know, that's how it looked like we were turning out. But the playoffs started. We started a new season, and everybody stepped it up. We came together, won. We were peaking at the right time. It was a lot of fun.
Everybody knew about Tim Lavery. He is a great quarterback. He got all the headlines this year, but you really outplayed him today. Was that in your mind at all? You want to be the man today?
Not at all. Because I'm not playing against Tim Lavery. I'm playing against their defense. And he's the greatest quarterback in the state. He is a good quarterback, and he's going to have a lot of success. I mean, obviously, he still is a good quarterback, and I wasn't trying to do anything too special to compete against him. I just wanted to play our offense and win the game.
Tim, last question. What does it feel like to be a state champ?
Feels great, man. It feels great.
All right, congratulations.
Thanks a lot.
But, you know, having him here, he wrote us a letter, and I shared it with the kids just before. We tried not to use him as motivation. We don't believe in that, but, you know, he wanted to be here. His parents wanted him to come, and you know, we really wanted to share that experience with him because the team has shared so much of the comeback that he's had in his own personal struggle. And, you know, it's a great tribute to all the people. You know, this school here, that our competitors are absolutely, you know, the greatest in terms of being contributors to that kind of effort. Mount Carmel, a team in the final, another program. You know, you had several teams that were represented here taking a concern about an individual far greater than winning or losing the football game. And I know, you know, I know Ronnie's up there probably excited as can be. But, you know, for a kid to even have his trouble swallowing at this point in his life, and for him to be here today, to walk up that spiral staircase with his parents probably pushing him and a couple of his brothers yanking him up is a credit of what we believe in as a coaching staff, and it is you never give up. We don't believe, and I think these kids have learned that, you know, a real way, that whatever life holds, whether it be a football game, whether it be a life-death situation, and that's a credit to John Thorne. John Thorne is a man of character, and you know, there's a lot of good things that can be said about him. You're welcome.
Coach, I just want to get one more question in with you. It seemed like your defense going in was, we're not going to let Tumblety beat us. We're going to try and force them to do things that maybe they don't want to do.
Mm-hmm. Joe, you know, you've been around me long enough. We believe strongly in stopping the run first. We've got to stop the run, make the pass happen when it's supposed to be passing down. We felt pretty strong when they had two backs in the backfield. They were going to run the football. We knew Tumblety is everything you want in a running back as a coach. Has the effort, has the heart, has the competitiveness to always be there. You know, and I was real happy that, you know, in that whole process, our kids pursue, you know, we're playing with smaller, quicker kids, and we believe in that concept. That's platoon football. That's what John has developed in this program. I think it works well. I think it gives kids to share this kind of experience more opportunities than what you could ever have if you were going with strictly your best kids all the time. And, you know, I think, you know, we do a good job against the run. We held them down the first time, you know, we faced them.
You regrouped after that Naperville North game. I knew it. I was talking to Matt. He knew it. You guys were going to regroup. You were going to go back to the basics on defense, swarming, and you were going to go back to the basics on offense, running the football.
Right. That's exactly what we did. You know, you start with that the first day in practice, and you wonder why in the world you ever get away from it. Mm-hmm. But, you know, it might be the complexity, it might be the pressure, it might be the injuries, you know, that force you to think about stuff like that. But, you know, I think it's a tribute to our coaching staff, who I want to tell you is a darn good coaching staff. Bruce Munson, Denny Walker, who assists me, had that defensive backfield ready for that kind of pressure. I don't know if you guys, I don't know how you'd like to be playing DB against Lavery and Shearer. Tell me, it's got to be a tremendous pressure situation for those kids. And, you know, I'm very, very happy with our staff. And, you know, that's why we stay together. That's why, you know, we believe in a lot of things outside of the winning and losing that we try to do with kids.
Congratulations, Coach, winning the state championship.
Thank you.
All right, Wheaton Warrenville South state champions, ladies and gentlemen. Here we got Larry Moriarty on Jones Spacelink. Larry, how's it feel to be a state champion?
Unbelievable. It's the whole team effort. It's just you can see by the emotions that we have that we deserved and we worked hard for it.
With all the teams going for two-point conversions, this was a game where nobody wanted a tie, somebody wanted to win.
Yeah, it took a lot of guts for that, and Tom Schweiger made a nice break. He has a broken back, and he didn't play most of the second half until that last drive, and he picked it up on that last play.
It seemed like the Tigers really get rejuvenated in the extra part of the season, the postseason. They run the football.
Yeah, the juniors picked it, junior lineman and Aaron Stefanis and Tim Broca, they did all a good job in the backfield. But the juniors really picked it up. They're a great class to play with, and then it was nice. And then after that Naples North came, they picked it up really good.
All right, Larry Moriarty, Wheaton Warrenville South, they get the W, 22-21. We're going to head up for some more post-game.
After our changes, like in the late part of the regular season, I mean, we had trouble adjusting to all the changes, and then once the playoffs started, it was pretty much the first game against St. Charles. We ran the ball a lot, and we did fine. So I was satisfied as long as, I mean, the team won the state, so I mean, I'm satisfied. Catch the pass or not, it's fine. I'm fine.
Danny Newsom and Jamar Collins, two of our track speedsters, made some huge plays for us early in the year that really helped us a lot, and we were using them more on kick return things by the end of the year, and so we had a lot of kids that contributed. But the defense was they stayed solid for us all year long, and just kind of waited for our offense to finally put things together. And our defensive coaches, Don Muhitch and Denny Walker, just every year they are unbelievable what they can do with these kids and get them to control some really great football teams. We've had to stop a lot of great runners, great passers, and they always come up with a good team. Well, I think it's really important to learn how to deal with adversity, and that's one of the neat things about playing football and coaching football. I didn't do a really good job, but the other coaches did an absolutely great job all season long, and really proved their tonight.
Ultrasound. You see Jeff Thorne on the sidelines along with Tim Webster. They're number 13 there for Western Michigan. Talked to him a little bit by the Tiger Paw.
After a nice game for Kern Broughton.
Yeah, we got to thank the cooking crew. Thank you.
3rd and 17. Here's the fade again. St. Meyer wide open. Touchdown, Tiger.
Backbreaker. Her left is maybe about 7 yards behind Broca. Here's the give. Touchdown, Tigers. That's power football. Glad you're joining us on our Jones Spacelink Playoff Game of the Week. Joe Snidoff, Matt Dozen, bringing you the action, folks. Taking you down the playoff road. Broca, a little hitter to Crosby. He's got room. He could score. Crosby hauled down at the 1-yard line. 3 men in the backfield. Full house. They're stacking it up, folks. Jordan Workman is the lead fullback. They believe they're going to Crosby for the touchdown. Touchdown, Crosby.
Receivers, split backs. Rilke again back to pass. Looking for St. Meyer. He has it. Makes a move. Still on his feet. And tackled from behind, but not before he gets down to the 20-yard line. Pitch to Gurleson. Rilke's going to block for him. Gurleson spins, and he's in for the touchdown. Scott Nicholson, Winder, and Trazer to the right side. Evans with some heavy pressure coming, and he is dropped and sacked